One of Bruce Lee's students once said to him, "Master, you preach peace, but you teach us how to fight. How can one reconcile the other?" To which Bruce Lee replied, "It is better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war." There are 14 games on tap in Major League Baseball Monday, May 18th. I've got them all handicapped and ready to go for you right now. Buckle up, Jack. You're in the jungle. Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to the show. And if you're joining us for the first time, welcome to the jungle. I handicap and produce every single Major League Baseball game every single day. I also handicap NBA, NFL, college basketball, and college football. Treat the videos like a menu. Take what you want and leave what you don't. I'm certainly not going to get every single game right. Nobody does. The best in the world goes 60%. What I do is provide professional handicapping angles and edges to help you formulate your own opinions, make your own bets, or tail mine. I don't bet every single game. I bet roughly 3 to 5 plays per day, depending on the slate. If you want to tail me and bet what I'm betting, you can do that by becoming a Jungle member at silverbackjungle.com and getting my full betting cards sent to your phone every single morning. There's also a link in the comments section to get you there faster. If you want just my favorite play of the day for Monday, you can have that for $5. It's called my $5 favorite play of the day. There's a link for that in the comments section as well. It's in the game between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Baltimore Orioles. Monday's Daily Sizzler is brought to you by mybookie.ag. You should have as many sports books as your state allows. If you don't price shop for every single bet that you make, you're leaving money on the table. Mybookie.ag isn't an app, it's a website. It's legal in all 50 states, and they have a deal for Jungle viewers. Open up a new account today at mybookie.ag. Make sure to use promo code SILVERBACK in all caps. That's the important part. And if your first bet doesn't hit, they refund it up to $500. The Sizzler is the Giants on the money line, on the road, as an underdog for plus money over the Arizona Diamondbacks. Robbie Ray holds the edge here with the starting pitchers over Zach Gallen. With the exception of his last outing, Robbie's usually going to get you 6 good innings, a 3.04 ERA, and a very respectable 1.17 whip. I'm not a big fan of this Zach Gallen fellow. He's lost 4 of his 5 decisions that he's factored into, an ERA north of 5 and a whip north of 1.5. He's also given up 4 home runs in his last 2 starts. I give the slight bullpen edge here to the Giants. I have them 13th season long and 12th in current form. I have Arizona 17th season long and 10th in current form. The Giants hold the current offensive edge, operating 7% above league average over the last 7 days, what I consider current form. They hold the edge over the Diamondbacks, who are exactly at league average offensively over the last 7 days. San Francisco at the starting pitching edge, the bullpen edge, better current form offensively. And Arizona returning home from Colorado after a 3-game set and no days off. Adjusting to the different altitude, everything marks to the Giants' money line here for plus money for Monday's Daily Sizzler. Let's go to Miami. Bienvenido. Miami. It's the Braves and the Marlins. J.R. Ritchie for Atlanta. This will be just his 5th career start, taking on Max Meyer for the Marlins. Meyer coming off of a bad outing against Minnesota, but he's been good this year. He's factored into 3 decisions, won all 3. He has a 3.21 ERA, very respectable, and a very good 1.15 whip. I think he's a good option here, and he holds the edge over Ritchie. 2 good bullpens, but the Braves hold the edge. I have them 1st season long and 1st in their current form. I have the Marlins 14th season long and 11th in their current form. The Braves offense operating 8% below league average over the last 7 days, but they hold the offensive edge over the Marlins, who in their current form are operating 13% below league average. This is an interesting opening line or open close to a pick'em, because Max Meyer, I think, does have a really good edge here over Ritchie, and I like that they're the home team here. I think this is a Marlins spot, Jack. Give me Miami on the money line. Cincinnati at Philadelphia. Nick Lodolo versus Andrew Painter. Lodolo has started 2 games back this season, and they have gone terribly so. Between the 2 starts, he's allowed 9 runs across 9 1/3 innings. The problem, though, is Painter isn't much better. He's coming off his only good start of the season, really, a 6.21 ERA and a 1.59 whip, and he's lost 4 of the 5 decisions that he's factored into. Big, fat, enormous bullpen edge to Philadelphia. I have the Phillies 6th season long and 2nd in current form. I have Cincinnati 21st season long, dead last, 30th in current form. The Cincinnati offense operating 22% above league average. The Phillies operating 1% above league average over the last 7 days. Again, what I consider current form. Neither starting pitcher is good. The Reds' offense is scorching hot, and the Phillies' bullpen has a huge advantage over Cincinnati's. Let's take the bullpens out of it like we did with the Twins and Brewers and hit with the Twins' money line first 5 on Sunday, and we're going Reds first 5 innings money line. Cleveland at Detroit, Slade Cecconi versus Framber Valdez. Valdez is the better option here. He's gotten roughed up in 2 outings this season, but overall, the better track record and still better numbers this year than Cecconi, who holds an ERA north of 5 and a WHIP north of 1.5. The bullpen edge, though, goes to the Guardians in a big way. They're ranked 3rd in the jungle throughout the season and 5th in their current form. I have the Tigers right now in current form 24th season long and 26th overall. Cleveland offense operating 7% above average over the last 7 days. The Tigers offense operating 5% below average in their current form. With how bad the Tigers bullpen is and the condition of that offense, there's no way that the Tigers should be a minus 145 money line favorite here, which is where it opened. Take Cleveland on the money line for plus money behind the hotter offense and much better bullpen. Mets at the Nationals. It's Christian Scott versus Jake Irvin. Scott's in good form, and he holds the edge. The Mets have won 3 of his last 4 starts, and he hasn't allowed more than 2 runs in any of them. Jake Irvin is not in good form. He has allowed 9 earned runs in his last 2 starts, which span just 8 innings. The bullpen has goes to the Mets, too. I have them 23rd season long, and I have them 13th in current form. I have Washington ranked 27th throughout the season, 21st in their current form. The Mets offense operating 2% above league average over their last 7 days. Washington's offense operating 21% above league average. They're hot. The Mets traveling to Washington. Washington has been home. I think that the edge the Nationals offense holds is far bigger than any edge elsewhere in this game that the Mets hold. I like Washington as a home underdog on the money line for plus money. Toronto at the Yankees is Patrick Corbin for the Blue Jays. Ryan Weathers for the Pinstripes. Weathers holds the edge. I'm bigger on him than most handicappers are. He has a 3 flat ERA, a very good 1.11 WHIP, and he's also in very good form. He has not allowed more than 2 earned runs in any of his last 4 starts, and all but one of those starts went into at least the 6th inning. Corbin has not been bad, though, a 3.93 ERA, 1.40 WHIP. His strikeout stuff really hasn't been there, though. He has only 2 strikeouts in his last 10 innings, but he's a veteran pitcher who knows how to get hitters out. The Blue Jays bullpen is in better current form. I have them 8th. I have the Yankees 19th in their current form over the last 7 days. Season long, though, I have the Yankees 4th, the Blue Jays 10th. Let's put that all in a blender. It comes out with Toronto having the bullpen edge. The Blue Jays offense extremely cold right now, operating 31% below league average over the last 7 days. The Yankees offense holds the edge by operating 9% below league average. I think we go under 8.5 game total here between 2 strong starting pitchers, 2 good bullpens, and 2 very cold offenses. Boston at Kansas City. Sonny Gray versus Seth Lugo. Let me tell you about old Sonny Gray. What you do know is his career, all the successes he had at Major League level. What you don't know, what you're about to learn, is how that old guy started. And it happened right here in Nashville, Tennessee. When Sonny was a boy, but 5 years old, and Paul brought him down to the mall to see Santa Claus during Christmas time, the mall Santa, not the real one. Well, he sat on Sandy's lap, and he asked that boy, he said, Sonny Gray, huh? He said, what do you want for Christmas? Sonny was just a boy. Sonny said, well, Santa Claus, I want me a baseball. Oh, Santa Claus, not the real one again, the mall Santa, just a fella acting like he's Santa Claus. Said, why you want that? He said, I want to be a pro baseball pitcher one day, Santa Claus. And old Santa Claus, not the real one. He said to Sonny Gray, he said, boy, don't you know that no one make it out here in Nashville to the big diamond? That's a silly one of a gift. Old Sonny left there with a hucklebuck on his face. And wouldn't you know it, that the real Santa Claus, he did bring him baseball. In fact, he bought him a dozen. Bought him a dozen baseball. Well, old Sonny, he can hold a grudge. He get that from Mama Linda. Well, next year, he go down to that mall, and he see that mall Santa Claus, And what he did next, something legend. I know people saw the whole thing. What he did, he took them dozen baseballs and he knocked down Santa's elves one at a time. Bing, bing, one after another, till there was only one baseball left. And what he did next with that baseball, well, let's just say old Santa Claus was sitting well on that throne, not the real one, for quite some time. Y'all know how the story ends. Old Sonny made it to the pros, had himself a good career. Seth Lugo started the year on fire, but we did see and continue to see that regression that we expected. 3 of his last 4 starts have been rough, in which he's given up at least 4 earned runs in. Sonny Gray holds the edge. He's in great current form. 1 run or less allowed in 4 of his last 5 starts. He holds a 3.14 ERA, a 1.15 whip, and he has won 4 of the 5 decisions that he has factored into. The Red Sox hold the bullpen edge. I have them 12th throughout the season and 7th in current form. I have the Royals 25th season long and 18th in current form. The Red Sox offense operating 13% below league average in their current state. Kansas City holds the offensive edge, operating 5% below league average. I like the Red Sox on the money line as a slight road favorite behind the starting pitching and strong bullpen edge. Houston, Minnesota, we have 2 disasters of starting pitchers. These 2 gentlemen will be starring in the off-Broadway play entitled The Mess of Us this offseason. I'm talking about Amaya for Houston. I won't dare to pronounce his first name. I don't think I'm going to have to learn it. He holds a 9.24 ERA, a 2.05 whip, and that poor son of a bitch, Simeon Woods Richardson from Minnesota. He's lost all 6 decisions that he's factored into, a 7.71 ERA and a 1.86 whip. Both bullpens also bottom 10 season long and in current form. In fact, I have the Twins ranked dead last 30th throughout the season. The play in this game total over 47.5, depending on weather. Milwaukee at the Cubs. Brandon Sproat versus Shota Imanaga. Imanaga holds a strong edge, a 2.32 ERA and a sub-1 whip, 0.90, tied for 4th best in baseball. Sproatsy has a 5.75 ERA, a 1.53 whip. Possible that he has potential, but I'm not seeing it yet. The bullpen edge goes to the Brewers, ranked 5th overall in the jungle throughout the season and 4th in current form. Very steady bullpen performance from Milwaukee. I have the Cubs 20th season long and 15th in current form. Milwaukee offense operating 5% below average. They hold the offensive edge in current form over the Cubs, who are operating 24% below league average. But I think this is a Cubs spot at home behind a massive starting pitching advantage. Give me Chicago money line. Texas at Colorado, Mackenzie Gore will be walking people for the Rangers, and it's Jose Quintana for the Rockies. Gore has a high ceiling but a low floor. Too volatile, too unstable. Walks are always an issue for him, and he wears his hat like a helicopter pilot. I prefer the steadiness of Quintana and also how he wears his hat. I know what I'm getting from him, man. It's going to be 5 innings, 2 to 3 runs, but he's going to give his defense a chance, and he's going to give, if your offense comes to play, when he hands the ball over to the bullpen, you're going to have a chance to be in the lead. I'm giving the bullpen edge to the Rockies here. Season long, I have Texas ranked slightly higher at 16th. I have the Rockies 19th, but in current form, I have the Rockies 24th and the Rangers 27th. Texas operating 20% below league average over the last 7 days, but they hold the edge over Colorado, operating 24% below league average. Texas coming into the thin air, change of altitude without a day to adjust. They played Sunday. I think the Rockies can get to Mackenzie Gore and that Rangers bullpen. Give me Colorado at home on the money line for plus money. The A's at the Angels, J.T. Ginn versus Walbert Urena and the Electric Boogaloo. I like JT Ginn better in this spot. He has a very respectable 3.12 ERA and 1.20 whip. Urena has lost 4 of the 5 decisions he's factored into, and walks have been a big problem for him with a 1.43 whip. The bullpen edge goes to the A's as well. I have them 22nd over the season, 17th in current form. The Angels I have second last, 29th throughout the season, and 29th also in current form. It's possible that the Angels have the worst bullpen in baseball. The A's offense operating 7% above average. They hold the edge over the Angels operating 16% below average. With every edge in this game, give me the A's on the money line. White Sox at the Mariners. It's rookie Noah Schultz versus Brian Wu. Wu holds the edge. After 2 bad outings, he rebounded nicely with 2 good starts. Even after those 2 bad games, he still has a whip of 1 flat. Schultz is a pretty good starting pitcher for a rookie, but he's been getting touched up his last couple appearances, 10 runs across his last 10 innings and 9 walks. And this is a Mariners offense that's patient, top 10 in walks both season long and in current form. The bullpen edge goes to Seattle, whom I have ranked 7th throughout the season and 6th in current form, very steady. I have the White Sox 28th in current form, 26th season long. The White Sox offense is in incredible form, operating 27% above league average over the last 7 days. Seattle also in very good offensive form, operating 8% above league average. I think the starting pitching and bullpen advantage is too much here. As good as the White Sox offense is right now, Seattle's offense also in great form. Give me the Mariners on the alternate line of -1. In the last game we're looking at, Dodgers at the Padres, it's Yamamoto versus Michael King. Yamamoto has not been as dominant this year. He's allowed at least 3 earned runs in his last 4 starts, and home runs have been a problem for him. 5 home runs allowed in his last 3 starts. He has an uncharacteristic 3.60 ERA. Strikeout numbers are down for him, but he has been managing to keep base runners to a minimum, a whip of 1 flat. I think that Michael King's the better option right now, though, with 2.63 ERA, 1.09 whip, and he's limiting sharp contact. Strikeout numbers are there, too. San Diego also holds the bullpen edge. They're my number 2 ranked bullpen season long and number 3 in current form. The Dodgers are 9th season long in Jungle bullpen rankings, 14th over the last 7 days. The Dodgers hold the current offensive edge. Over the last 7 days, they're operating 8% above league average. Padres operating 17% below league average, but they've gotten a little bit better over the last 3-4 days. I think San Diego holds the starting pitching edge and the bullpen edge, and they're plus 129 at home on the money line. That's where you want to go. Padres money line for plus money. Have a great day, Jungle Nation. Thank you for all of your support. Make sure you're subbed up to the channel. I drop content every single day, so make sure that notification bell's on so you get alerted and can take advantage of early lines. And I'll see you next time with a little more money in your pocket.